Great.
You're now live.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our hall meeting for this August. We are meeting today on the traditional territory of the Teonantate, the Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe people, which is now home to a diverse First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. We acknowledge the Indigenous peoples who cared for Turtle Island from before the arrival of settler peoples to this day. We also acknowledge that Clearview Township is situated on land covered by Treaty 18 with the Anishinaabe. We are committed to moving forward in a spirit of truth, reconciliation, and respect. The agenda has been sent out. There's a few things for you guys to have a look at there. I had also sent out the safety plan, the draft safety plan that I had worked on with Amanda. There's some, we've got some, hopefully some council updates from the meeting that happened earlier in August, and fundraising subcommittee is getting going. So is there anything else that anyone would like to add for the agenda, or any amendments to be made? Hearing none, I'll get a mover and a seconder for the agenda. Oh, Melanie, great. And John, okay. Sorry, get you next time, Monica. Okay, any problems with any opposition to the agenda then? We will consider the agenda carried, and the minutes were also sent out in the same email. Hope everyone's had a chance to read them. Make sure your names are spelled correctly, and there's anything if there's anything that is missing there. Chance to let that be known now. Hearing none, we'll get a mover and a seconder for July's minutes. Monica and Melanie, great, thank you. And any opposition to the minutes from July?
Sorry, Monica, were you at July's meeting to second, or to no? So I'll put Melanie as the mover if we could just get a seconder.
Oh, Councillor Lamers seconded there. Oh,
thanks. Sorry, Monica. Next time.
It's a good point of order. All right, we'll take that vote again. Anyone have any problems with the minutes now that we're all square? Okay, great. And we will consider the minutes carried. Flip back to my agenda. Disclosure of pecuniary interest, or sorry, disqualifying interest. Anyone have to disclose a disqualifying interest or nature thereof at this time for this meeting? Should have done that before the approval of the minutes, pardon me. And business arising from previous meetings. So the fundraising, so since the, we'll get an update from Councillor Lamers a little bit later on what happened in at the council table earlier this month. But essentially it's good news. They've approved in principle the project for the renovations to the hall. So I was kind of waiting to see that was going to move forward before we really started getting plans going, and it looks like it will. So we are having our first fundraising committee meeting on the 2nd of September, 2 weeks from today, and we're going to appoint a chair and get going on that and the plans, and kind of see what everyone thinks. So we'll have some more to report back to the board next month. Is there any questions or anything anyone wants to raise for the fundraising committee? I can pass it along. Okay. Oops. Reopening plan, safety plan. Yes. So that's the next item of the agenda, is the safety plan. So I sent it out on, when did I send it out? On Saturday, last Saturday. So basically it's called ACC COVID-19 Safety Plan August 2021. So this was a document that was sent to me by Amanda as a template for how to open the halls or open any building. It's it's given to them given to the township by the government, and basically it just kind of outlines who's doing what are your protocols and procedures. It's not meant to be written in stone. It's the idea is that it's a guideline to help us to make sure that whoever is running something at the hall, whether it's a bowling party or whether it's a concert, or once we get to that point, this is meant to help the event organizers, the renters, the hall board, and everybody just kind of know what's going on and what we can what's happening. So anyways, so that's there's just kind of there's 6 different major sections and to look at, and so in each thing it says who's doing the action, and what the action is, and then who's responsible. So for example, cleaning of the hall is the responsibility of the hall board to make sure that happens. The tracking of people in and out of the facility would be an event organizer. So I hope, has anyone had a chance to read that?
Yeah.
Any comments or questions or things that I missed?
Now, you said the event coordinators have to do the keep track of the people that come and go. Do we get a copy of that?
We aren't. I asked Amanda about that, and we aren't required to do. Excuse me. We aren't required to do, if there is a COVID case, to do outreach. So as long as they have a copy of it, the event organizers have a copy of it, then that's supposed to be sufficient. And then if there was, say, a COVID case, it would be the event organizer that would have to be in touch with the health unit.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
So is the event organizer like the renter?
Yes.
Okay.
So like there's a wedding on the 11th, right?
Well, tentatively.
Well, I mean,
are we
right.
open?
We moved last month that we would open on September 1st for private events, and then we would kind of see how that went. So we need to send them this document, and they've got to comply with basically the all of the things in this document that are their responsibility. So basically they've got to make sure that everyone coming in is wearing a mask, everyone coming in is wearing a mask until they're seated. Everyone, that there's only so many people in the washrooms. I was thinking it would be a really good idea to designate one of the staircases to the basement as a down only, and one as an up only. I was kind of thinking the one by the door towards the road would be the downstairs, because then people could line up and wait for the washroom, and then the one by the side door could back into the main hall could be the upstairs, the up set of stairs. Just stuff like that. Make sure people follow those, any kind of those sorts of things. Yeah.
Is the cleaner still on board?
Yep, I just have to get back to her on what we want. Has anyone been in the hall lately, just by chance?
Trina was in yesterday because Jim Richardson was looking for the tent.
Oh, it's in the trailer, I think.
No, it was by the bowling alley.
Okay. Did she notice a smell? Did she think that the hall smelled like sewage?
She didn't say that. Oh, she noticed that the water system was beeping again.
Okay.
So I'll have to.
So I have Sally on board to
Okay.
start cleaning if that's what we want. But I don't think she's really interested in I don't know if she would be interested in like sanitizing the hall each time somebody's in and out. Does that make sense?
Like if you go, if one of us goes in to check the hall kind of thing, or
like, is there a time frame? I'm trying to go through the minutes here. Is there a time frame of when it has to be cleaned up once the renters leave?
no,
Okay.
it just
Yeah,
says
the
that we
only
would.
time that would be is when we,
Pardon?
Go ahead.
the only time there'd be a time frame on cleaning would be when we have those back-to-back concerts.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. Okay. I mean, like this is it's a like I said, it's a plan. It's not, you know, it's not a. It's meant to kind of work and see how it goes, and if there's stuff that we think is not necessary or stuff that we are missing, you know, we'll update it and that sort of thing. Do we need to approve this, Kayla?
If you'd like to. I think it's been approved by Amanda, right? She would have had.
Yeah, she read it and gave me her feedback, and yep.
Yeah. Then that's fine, unless you guys feel comfortable, then I have a resolution prepared for you if you'd like.
I think maybe it's better to leave it as not approving it by the board, because then if we need to change it rapidly, we can, like if restrictions change or loosen or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, even at my work, like it's changing all the time, daily, monthly, daily, weekly,
Right.
sometimes. Best to keep it.
Yeah, absolutely. And your resolutions all include in conjunction with a safety plan created with
Right.
the township and Amanda Murray, because she's
Perfect.
kind of the know-it-all in that category. As Monica says, it's changing almost minute by minute.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, if there's any comments or anything, anything that, you know, people think of later, we can just let me know, and we can look at that and bring it back next meeting and have another look at the changes that were made too. Okay. Going back.
Does the renter have to sign that they're gonna agree to all of these regulations? And are they going to be the one that's going to pay for someone to disinfect after use?
Well, I mean, do we want, like, has the cost of cleaning gone up, Claire?
We have not discussed that one bit. I just reached out to her to see if she could give that hall a big scrub.
Yep.
And I'm to get back to her after this meeting to make sure that it's okay that she gives it a big scrub, because it hasn't been done for 2 years. Like she was in a little bit, right, in April, I think she went in April and vacuumed up some of the flies and like tidied stuff, but really the hall has not been cleaned.
Cleaned. Yeah.
For almost 2 years. So.
Yeah.
So is everybody okay with, within reason, but it's going to take a few hours more than what we're used to.
Oh yeah.
To get it back to where it is. So do I have to make a motion to for the board to approve more?
Well, we have a budget for cleaning, and we haven't touched it really at this point. So I would imagine we'll be within budget.
Okay.
At this point, and then we can have a look at it maybe at a later meeting, and we'll see we'll get Karen to have a look at how it compares with the budget versus where we're coming in for cleaning, and see where we need to go.
Okay.
Okay, great. So yeah, Ed, basically,
Questions?
like that safety plan, the renters will get a copy of it, and there'll be a copy posted in the hall as well. And then they're expected to comply with all of the regulations. So I mean, there's nothing in there that people aren't basically used to already, but it just kind of spells it all out.
We're down to 1 rent per week because it's going to take time between rents to clean one and then disinfect number 2. And who are we going to get to disinfect, or because if it sits for 5 days and does nothing, does that disinfect itself?
Know about that.
Don't know.
I don't know, I'm just questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just like, full disclosure here from me, I'm not interested in meeting a whole bunch of different people for rentals.
Mhm.
I'm not going in the hall with them. I will meet them, leave a key, but I'm not comfortable interacting with them.
Right.
That's understandable.
I just like more of what you had sent out, Bill. Like if we are in contact with people that could have COVID, then we have to quarantine for 14 days.
Mhm.
I'm not interested in sitting at home for 14 days not being compensated because of a volunteer position. So I will not be going into the hall when renters are there. So I just want everyone to know that it's not going to be the same experience that they had before.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. Great. And maybe just a quick update then. So we have the one wedding in September. Claire, was there a second event in September that people,
I do. No.
Second booking?
So I have the tables and chairs out of the hall now. They're for a wedding on the 28th, and then another possible get together on the 2nd or 3rd, whatever that is, of September, the 4th, of September. I do have someone that wanted to rent the hall for a bowling party on the 30th of August. But I said, no, the hall wouldn't be ready by that time. I do have another lady that wants to have a birthday party for 100 people. Do we have a limit in our hall? Like, are we allowing full
So yeah, outdoors they can do 100, but they can only have 25 inside.
So I guess my next question is, do we have a pin setter should we want to bowl? And do we have anyone that could take a look at those bowling alleys to see if they're actually working?
Yeah. I would imagine that like Martin would pin set if there was need. We could take a look at the alleys. Probably won't be until the week of the 30th, I'm anticipating. Sometime in there. At least. Yeah. But yeah, we could
go and turn them on too, but if something doesn't work, I won't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I could report back to you. I could always go and turn them on tomorrow even, and let the air build up and see what's happening with them.
Yeah. Pitch a few balls and see if everything's returning. Okay.
But Marty will be, I don't even know how old Marty is anymore. I didn't know if he was going off to university yet or not.
He is in grade 12 in a week and 2 weeks. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, well,
Yep.
I'll just keep in touch with him. I don't
Yeah.
really have anyone else. So if anybody knows of anybody that wants to be a pin setter, we should probably be looking for a replacement there.
Okay.
We only got Marty one more year.
That's true. Okay. Any questions for Claire about the rentals or anything?
No. Bill,
Mhm.
have you talked to Terry Vachon about the sanitizing equipment?
No.
I know we have at work, and Terry has in the arena a fogger that he uses in the washrooms. It's just a 2-liter jug that runs by a battery, and you just turn the switch on and walk through, and it fogs the whole building and it's supposed to sanitize it.
Okay.
Because of the big hall and the bowling alleys, that may be something to look into.
Okay.
Talk to Terry and Amanda about.
Sure.
Is there do we have hand sanitizing stations there either or at all?
We don't have any yet. That's going to be something that that we need to get set up.
Is the town provide?
Do we purchase those or does the township have them for the hall?
I had asked Amanda about stuff like that.
Yeah, they have a whole reopening kit or something that they were distributing last fall.
Okay.
Okay.
We at work use a peroxide solution, like a diluted peroxide solution with shop towels and wipe surfaces down with that for sanitization, but.
So is that kit you're talking about, John, is that something we could just go and pick up at the township?
I know Amanda did have some. We got one, she gave us a big box of all assorted stuff in Brentwood. It had glasses and sanitizers and wipes and disinfectant and I don't know what all. Yeah.
Oh, stickers, like the thin stickers?
Floor stickers?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
Well, maybe I'll reach out to Amanda tomorrow and find out about an opening kit then. Is everybody?
Yeah, I just wrote like a couple of notes for myself to send her an email about that. Maybe I'll copy you,
Okay.
Claire, on
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
I could go pick it up tomorrow or Monday.
Okay, great. Perfect. I don't know if she's got the kits available, like just like ready to go, or I guess we'll have to figure that out. If she has to put them together. Okay. Great. Good.
Starting point.
Bill?
Sorry. Yep.
You're gonna send the email and copy me, so
Yes.
okay, good.
Yeah, I'll do that right when we're done the meeting here. Okay, any other questions or points to raise from the safety plan?
Would there be any way that someone could do a video of the hall so Claire doesn't even have to take anybody to the hall so they could look at it?
It's a good idea.
Virtual tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can, you know what I'll do is I'll put that in my email to Amanda as well, because maybe that's something that they could do and then put up on the township website. So anyone who was interested could go there. And
You could even do tutorials like for how to turn things on and off. Like that doesn't have to be on the website, but for renters or.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good idea.
Great. Okay. Karen's not here to give a financial report, so we'll have to skip over that. Councillor Lamers, do you want to give us a rundown of the council meeting that happened a couple weeks ago?
It was a very interesting meeting. We, how'd they put it? not in good faith. We're going to support all the halls in their renovations, the AODA part of it. And then we have to sit down with the engineers and each hall committee and start drafting up plans that everybody wants to put together and get the engineers' drawings and finalize costs with going ahead. Now, they were going to look at the 2016 plans that you had. Did you have plans for the addition on the back, Bill, or on the side?
On the back.
On the back.
Yeah.
See, and Connie had plans for the side. And I was wondering.
Those were never,
those
those were not the ones that went to tender. No, those were rejected by the hall.
Okay, yeah, so they're gonna look at the 2016 plans, whatever they had in the office, because I thought they had engineered plans in the office. So Terry was gonna look for them and do some comparison to see if there's any cost savings instead of drawing up all new plans. So now we're still waiting for one more or two more halls next week sometime. And then we're going to start getting together with Terry and staff, senior staff and hall boards to get down into the nitty gritty of stuff. So we need to call a special meeting at one time with the engineer and senior staff.
Okay. Is there any questions for Councillor Lamers about that meeting?
If they can find, well, do you have the blue or the design for the back end or?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, great. Then, yeah, I was just wondering if that's what we would be going forward with or not.
Yeah. And when they have this meeting, they want an in-person meeting. They don't want to do a Zoom meeting. They want it to be sit down at the table in person.
Okay.
Be good to have it at the building then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. If there's no other business, our next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, September the 23rd at 7:30. Just check my calendar. Oops. Any, I'm assuming that's all right with everyone?
Yep.
Great.
September
Stay with me.
23rd.
Yeah, sorry with me.
Great. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
And we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll do that.
Melanie and Claire. Perfect. Okay. Thanks, everyone.